Good evening, everybody, from the Caribbean Beach Resort. Today, we're gonna go ahead and do a little resort tour around here and check out what all is offered at this resort. This is the oldest moderate resort that Disney World does offer, but they have since updated it. But it's also one of the largest moderate resorts, if not the largest resort on Disney property in general. It is a massive resort. We're gonna try and check everything out, but there's a lot of walking. So come tag along with us as we check out the Caribbean Beach Resort here at Walt Disney World. Now you actually do check in over here at the Old Port Royale when you guys are checking into this resort. And right up front you can see they do have a few of the park maps by this little welcome sign. Well, let's go check out the lobby. Obviously that's a big thing for me, is always the lobby at these resorts. How nice are they? Do they feel big? Do they feel like you're inside of the environment? Let's go see. All right, here we go. Wow, right up front they have, is that a pin trader already? Is it? It is, yeah, there's a pin trading board, and it is also DVC. This is a DVC resort, or they have some DVC rooms rather, and it's a nice sized lobby. That's always a huge plus. Not quite as big as something maybe like a Polynesian or a Grand Flow or anything like that, but it's pretty big. I'll actually reference it in a little bit, but the Disney Riviera Resort is actually right next door, and I believe that was part of the Caribbean Beach Resort at one point, and that lobby is quite small, but this one looks pretty big, so let's go take a look around inside of the lobby, see what they have to offer over here. It looks like they do have some food options over here. They have some shopping. We'll see if there's anything specific to the resort itself as far as maybe some merchandise. Now attached to the lobby off to the left, you're going to see the check-in center over here, and this is where you are going to then go ahead and check into the resort. Pretty spacious over here, and I've heard a few times that this is considered Polynesian light, or the poor man's Polynesian, and I would say it definitely has that kind of feel, I guess, that you're getting from the Polynesian. Not quite as Hawaiian, obviously, because it's Caribbean beach, it's not Hawaiian themed, but you know, you kind of are getting a little bit of that. The smells in here are pretty good. You know, you're getting that beach vibe, so it is ultimately pretty nice. They have some charging stations right here, but again, these are the counters that you're going to come in to do the check-in here for Caribbean Beach. Now let's go ahead and take a look right around the corner over here at the store to see again if they do have anything that's unique to the resort. Probably a lot of 100th anniversary things going on in there right now, but we'll check it out. That is the Calypso Trading Post. Also inside of the lobby, you can see that underneath these seats, they have USB ports and regular outlets. So if you want to charge your phone, or maybe you want to work here, does seem like a pretty nice spot. Grab your laptop and go ahead and work from the lobby of the Caribbean Beach Resort. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? And here we go. So let's go ahead and take a look. And just as I originally thought, you do have some of the 100th merchandise, and you kind of have some Park Pails things. So the 2023, we've seen a few of these items here, and I don't know if I've actually seen this before. A little like, is this a Skyliner ornament or just maybe just a showpiece? But we have seen a few of these other items here, things like the soap and then the ears. We have seen like this like little photo album. So there's been a few things that I've seen around. But overall, they are continuously releasing things. This is not specific to the Caribbean Beach Resort, however, and neither is the 100th. So you can find this in pretty much any of the resorts or any of the stores. But let's go take a look maybe along the wall. So here is some of the merchandise specific to the Caribbean Beach Resort. So you can see they have kind of these corksicle tumblers. You got this just normal sipper up there. Here's some ears. These are kind of fun. This kind of gives you a little bit more Polynesian vibe. But again, that kind of beach vibe at least. And you've got some polos over here, and then a few more right here. And here's some of the locations. We're not going to be able to go to all of them because there are so many. But you could see, so you have Aruba, you've got Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad. So these are all basically different locations inside of the resort. That's kind of the unique thing, because it is so massive. Kind of imagine like the more budget-friendly resorts, something like Art of Animation or All-Star Resorts, how they have all of the different locations there. It's very similar here, where you're gonna stay at Jamaica or you're gonna stay in Barbados, and it's kind of themed a little bit towards that. That's kind of the whole point of the Caribbean Beach Resorts. You're kind of getting multiples of them there. Over here, you do have some items as far as the ornaments go. So I'm trying to see, they just have the two, it looks like here. So you have the one with Mickey and Minnie all dressed up in their beach outfits, and then a little bit of the front facade here to the resort. You do have a pin specific to the Caribbean Beach Resort here as well. And then you have what looks to be just a print here from 2022 actually. So maybe they'll get an updated version here, but it is listed there from Larry Dotson for 2022. And then again, one more shirt that we see here, which is kind of fun. You just have Mickey and Minnie hanging out by the pool. Now, I don't know how specific a lot of this is to the Caribbean Beach Resort, but obviously with the new Little Mermaid movie coming out, you do see some merchandise popping up here in the store. So down here, you can see it says The Little Mermaid. So this is maybe specific to just that. I don't know how long this is going to be around and on display, but I'm gonna guess because obviously it's the new movie, we'll see this for at least a decent while. So I don't know, this could change if you guys are coming in like a year or so from now. But for now, there are some options for some Ariel merch. You can see a nice little fan here. You've got what looks to be like a dress, and then a big brush, some ears. We've seen these ears quite a number of times. Just a few pieces pertaining to Ariel and the Little Mermaid here. Right off of the lobby here is the Center Town Market, and they do offer some decent options here. It looks like it's pretty quick servicey, if you will. So you have some sandwiches, you have some entrees, kids meals. So it looks like pizza, some kind of typical food that you might find around here, but some kind of interesting things too. I see it says fried yuca bowl. You do have like your typical cheeseburgers and things, and you have a chicken bowl, a romaine salad. So maybe a little bit themed as far as some of the items go, but overall I would say pretty much a quick service option here for the Centertown Market. So this is also another way. It says right here, please use the mobile order and remember to select your packaging option before you purchase. So if you are dining in right here, you can see that you're going to choose dine in or you're going to choose to go, and that'll be listed here on the app. So again, as a quick service restaurant, those are your options. And there is some seating over there available to you if you decide to dine in, but also you can get it to go, eat back in your room or head outside or whatever you might want to do. And this location is open breakfast from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. and lunch and dinner from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. So it is open pretty late for a Disney World resort hotel. So that is nice if you're coming back from the parks and you want a little late night snack. You can come in around 10:30 and pick something up before they close there at 11 at night. They also do have a microwave over here if you need anything microwaved for maybe breakfast, lunch, dinner, anything like that. And then also right next to this is a specialty coffee pickup. So if you want some specialty coffees, and you can see some of the splashes that they can do in there. It looks like maybe some alcohol or just maybe some flavors that go in there. But there is that, and then around the corner, like I said, this is an area that you can come and sit if you decide to, and it goes pretty far back there. So there's a lot of seating here if you guys decide to dine in. So I have never seen in the parks the freestyle machines from Coke. These Coke freestyle machines I've seen all over Universal, but I actually haven't seen them at Disney World. I don't know if this is one of the only resorts that offers them or whatever. Even at some of the deluxe resorts, I haven't seen these. They do have your little coffee bar section here, and then just the standard fountain machines, I guess. But right here, like I said, they have Coke freestyle machines. So that is very unique, I feel like, to the resorts, and then also to just Disney World in general. I feel like they don't offer those very often, if at all, at other resorts. I'd have to check, but there you go. That's kind of a cool little piece here if you guys are interested. I don't know how that works, if you can fill up anything or if they do have some sort of RFID system. I don't even know what cups you're filling up here, to be honest. Now we're gonna head outside. This is kind of what a lot of people like about this resort, is typically the views and the visuals that you can get out here. So if you come outside, now again, this is how close you are to the Riviera Resort. And that is more of a deluxe resort. It is a deluxe resort. But from what I was reading, that was actually a part of the Caribbean Beach Resort, and then they turned it into the Riviera and made it a little bit more luxurious. So we did actually do a review on that resort, or rather a resort tour. If you guys are interested in that, I'll go ahead and either pin it up top or leave it in the comments below, and you guys can go check that one out. And we did, a nice resort tour of everything over there. But look how close that is as far as it goes. And we actually walked that little path over there So it definitely is like right next door, and they have obviously some really good restaurants over there and a few nice things going on. And then you also have one of the locations over there for the Skyliner, which we'll talk about here in just a second. But just so you are aware, this is what you are looking at as far as the connection between Caribbean Beach and the Riviera. Now over here at the Barefoot Bay Marina, you have at 8:30 the movie Under the Stars. So every night, pretty much at all of the resorts, you're going to get the movie Under the Stars, but this is the location for this. And then right here, you can see that they do have a guided fishing excursion. So it is a catch and release, so you will not be taking it back or cooking it up or anything like that. And the price on that is starting at $235 for a 2-hour trip, or $455 for a 4-hour trip, and that is a max of 5 guests. But yes, you will go out onto the water and go ahead and do a little catch and release fishing excursion. So that's a fun little thing that you can do maybe on a day off while you're not going to the actual parks. Maybe you want to go ahead and do a little fishing trip. You can see Nicole over there lounging in the fun little hammocks that they have set up around the beach over here, and they do have volleyball. There are a number of beaches actually on the Caribbean Beach Resort, so don't be worried. This size, though it may look a little smaller, is okay because they have multiple locations. But you can come out here and, like I said, just bathe in the sun, come play some volleyball, or just enjoy the Skyliner views as the sun sets at night. And it's also a very awesome thing. The sun, very bright, and I apologize, but it actually sets right behind the Skyliner. So at night, you can actually watch right over there where the Skyliners are. You can actually watch the sunset go down right behind them. It's a very, very cool view, especially if you get kind of that purpley, pink, red sunset. It is a beautiful view, one of the best views you can get on Disney property. Now, as I have mentioned, this is a very, very large resort, and you can see that it's kind of motel access style rooms. So you're going to go to whatever parking lot that you are at, and then you will actually enter from the outside. So all the rooms are basically outdoors. You're going to kind of walk up the stairs if you are on a top floor, or again on the bottom floor, you'll just head over and then you'll have access from the outside, the exterior of the room. A lot of the deluxe resorts tend to be inside, so you'll actually enter from kind of either the indoors or whatever, but these are kind of that motel style that you tend to see if you're staying at somewhere, again, like the All-Star Resorts or the animation style resorts. You will be entering from the outside like this. Over here, there's a little lighthouse that we're gonna go check out. And right next door, I believe that's one of the boats that you can do your little fishing excursion on right here that it's docked. So I believe you're actually gonna come over here if you decide to do one of those, and you'll pop on one of those pontoons and head out onto the water. So it looks like they have some bean bags here. Let's see if we can throw a good one here. Ready? So it looks like they have bean bags here. We'll go ahead and see if we can throw one in. It's been a while. Ooh. Over here, it looks like they do have some cornhole or bean bags. Let's see if we can get one in. All right, close enough. We were pretty close, but they also have a little mini golf. I guess this is a platform, really. It's not really a whole course here, but if you want to come in and do some practicing on some of your putts. Also over there, they have a giant chess set, and then kind of a giant Connect 4 if you want. So a few different options for some little play things that you can do over here. Or if you want, you can just come sit on the beach and just kind of hang out and check out the gondola system. So maybe we'll sit down for a minute and just check out the Riviera and soak up the sun. It is very windy today. I'm sure you guys have been hearing it as we've been recording, but you know, that's kind of like the Caribbean, right? You get that nice ocean breeze. So we are in suit today. But also right on the other side of the water here, you can see Sebastian's Bistro. That is one of their sit-down restaurants here at Caribbean Beach. So if you are looking for something maybe a little bit nicer, or at least something where you can sit down and enjoy a normal dinner or something like that, you can head over to Sebastian's Bistro. And we'll go check it out here in just a second, but just so you can kind of see, it is out on the water right off of the lobby as well. Now right here, this is a map of the entire resort that you can see here, and you can kind of gauge how big this resort really is. So over here you have Trinidad, then you have Barbados, then where we are over here, which is the old Port Royal, then you have Martinique, and that's where the Riviera Resort is. And it's kind of weird because like it was part of the Caribbean Beach, but it's no longer part of the Caribbean Beach, and it's kind of its own thing now. But there were once upon a time Caribbean Beach hotels there. And then over here you have Aruba and then Jamaica. And then you can see right here, these are some of the Skyliner locations. So you could see Disney Skyliner over here. And then up here, these are your 2 locations to go ahead and get on the Skyliner to head over towards either of Epcot or Hollywood Studios if you guys are interested in doing something like that. We're gonna go ahead and walk out onto the dock over here at Sebastian's Bistro and kind of show you the view that you can get if you decide to come over here. So right now, if you look just to the right of the Skyliner jump there, you can see the construction happening. And that's actually the back left of World Showcase at Epcot. And you can see just a little bit through the trees there. You can see the Epcot ball for Spaceship Earth right out there as well. So you can kind of see it. You're very close over here to Epcot for sure. And honestly, you're pretty dang close to Hollywood Studios as well. And over here is Sebastian's Bistro. So here is the entry, and this is where you're going to go ahead and get checked in. There is some seating outside and inside. You can also sit out here on the benches and just soak up the sun and enjoy the visuals again. Also, I was pointing out all of the beaches. You can see across the way, you could see some of the beach happening over there underneath the Skyliner. That's a very, very long beach compared to the one that we saw over here. But again, they do have them kind of all over. So this is the Banana Cabana actually over here. So I believe they are separate. So Sebastian's Bistro actually might be indoors, and then the Banana Cabana is out here. So I don't know if you can actually order out here and eat inside or how kind of that works, but this is kind of a bar over here. Looks like a full service bar. And you can kind of see that Caribbean style drums that they use when you get that really fun Caribbean music. Those are hanging from the top there. But yeah, here is the Cabana, or Banana Cabana rather, and this is open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Here is the pool here. It's a pretty large pool. It is themed to kind of a pirate's style. You can see some of the cannons coming out here, and then you can see the ship over there, which we'll show you in just a minute. But you get kind of this like rustic fort style pool, which is kind of unique. A decent sized pool, not the biggest, but a lot of people do really enjoy the theming of this one. And again, you get a lot of good sun exposure here, so if you guys are looking to get a tan, this is the place to be. And I believe there are slides on the other side, so we'll try and show you that in just a second as well. Pool hours here are 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. So again, a bit of a later pool, which is always a nice thing. And I think that's pretty standard for the pools here on Disney property. Now, I don't want to show too much over here because this is definitely a kids area, but there is the little play zone splash pad. So you do have a smaller slide over here. It's more of a kiddie slide, if you will. And then over on this side, you have a little bit of a bigger slide here, which will spit out down here. And this is a little bit deeper as people are cruising through. And again, you get this fort view, which is pretty cool. It's definitely a little different for the Caribbean style, but again, the Caribbean is decently old, so you kind of have that more historic feel inside of the pool here. Now here's the back side of the fort here, and there is one hot tub, it looks like, over there that everybody is enjoying. Again, we'll give them their privacy, but again, if you guys are looking for a hot tub, they do offer that here. So they do offer, again, swimming, kids areas, and hot tubs all alike. So pick whatever you want, and you ultimately could go ahead and just enjoy whatever type of pool you want. Whether you want a little bit hotter, again, for me, I don't think I'm picking the hot tub in the middle of the day right now, but if that's something you're interested in, obviously you could do that. And then right in front of us here, just so you can see, they do have access for anybody that has disability access needs to get into the pool, which is always a huge plus. And they also had it over there at the hot tub. So great benefits from Disney, making sure that everybody can go ahead and enjoy the pool. Oh, she gets it. Here are some of the recreation activities for the month of May. So this has just changed now. So you could do some of the poolside activities, and that goes from 1 to 3:30. You could do some shell painting. That's always kind of fun. You can do some beats drum making. I bet you those are the fun drums that you saw over at Sebastian Bistro. Here are the movies that are being played, by the way. The Greatest Showman, that's interesting. Frozen 2, Pocahontas, Moana, Lion King, Monsters University, and Hercules. The Purple Martin Nest Check. So those are the things that you're seeing around Disney property that look almost like these weird white cones up in the air. It's actually for those purple martins. So that's kind of interesting. And then you could do a little scavenger hunt. Pineapple Social, that's kind of fun. But yeah, here's some of the options that you have for May. I'll go ahead and show you the QR code if you guys want to go ahead and scan that, so you guys can go ahead and get that on your phone. But again, this does change every single month, so this could be completely different the month that you are coming, but for the month of May, this is what we are seeing. A lot of the resorts tend to have something showcasing their Disney Cruise Line, and we would love to eventually get on a DCL ship. I have done Royal Caribbean myself. That is the only ship that I've ever done is some of those. Nicole has never cruised before. Part of me wants to do a Disney one for the first one. Part of me wants to do something else like a Royal, just because I know them and I love their ships. But it's been years since I've taken a cruise. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think we should try and, book a cruise at some point, maybe in the next year? Now, because this resort is massive, they have multiple bus stops, just so you know, and this is just showing this bus stop here. So Bus Depot A will go to the Magic Kingdom, and then it's the internal shuttle, so I believe that's kind of what takes you around the resort. Bus Depot B will do Animal Kingdom Lodge, Epcot, and Blizzard Beach, and then Bus Depot C will actually take you over to Hollywood Studios, Disney Springs, Typhoon Lagoon, and the Wide World of Sports. So if you kind of step out here, you can see right above us here is Terminal A, and then right next door will be Terminal B, and then on in the end will be Terminal C. And they have multiple bus stops on this resort. And here you go. So they are either heading to Magic Kingdom or the internal shuttle here. It really is crazy windy out. Also, I did not come prepared. I'm wearing my Everest shirt right now. So I'm in the Disney spirit, but I'm in the winter over here in the Himalayas, I believe, not on the Caribbean beach. Whoops. Now, speaking of the beach, I did wear some flip-flops here. But here we go. We're gonna go explore the beach down here just a little bit. This is one of the smaller ones that's available here, but across the way, again, you can see another massive beach. And what is this, 4 or 5 now that we've seen already? So again, you will find a lot of beaches here at the Caribbean Beach Resort, as the name might suggest. But across the way, you could see over there, that's quite a large one. They have a hammock over there as well, and another hammock off to the left there. Now, they do warn you, as you do approach the water here, you do have to be aware of alligators and snakes, because there is always a chance. If there is water and you are here in Florida, you can just imagine there are definitely alligators in there and potentially snakes. And, we might not know, but always keep in mind, when you are by water in Florida, there's always a very good chance there is an alligator looming around somewhere underneath that water. Now, as we walk over here around the corner, you are going to see a lot of different buildings here. So over across the way, you can see those are yellow and blue. Over here, you kind of have a pink and red. And again, these are different sections of the Caribbean beach. So you might be staying in Jamaica, you might be staying in Trinidad. And again, this resort is massive. It's about 1.5 mile long walk if you want to go ahead and take the walk path that I am walking on right now around the resort. So that's pretty big. But if you do look again, now we are over here. So we are right next to Barbados. And if you keep going down, it's Trinidad, and then on the other side, that is Jamaica that you are seeing across the way. And this is about 1.5 mile long loop around this entire complex, or all of the complexes here at Caribbean Beach. So again, if you guys want to go ahead and get an early workout before you guys head over to the parks, even though I'm sure you'll walk many miles over at the parks, this is definitely an option for you as well. But again, we're just going to show you a little bit of what the outside exteriors of these look like. Definitely a little bit older looking. Now, here you go. This is kind of what it looks like. You kind of have that old school style railing, kind of that weaving look. And then obviously this is the exterior of the buildings. And again, like I've already mentioned, they are kind of that motel style. So you're going to enter from the outside here instead of being inside of a building. You're going to be entering from the outside. You can see a little bit older looking. Again, you're kind of getting that older island feel, if you will, with some of these. And from what I heard, they are supposed to have Coke Freestyle machines pretty much within 5 minutes of all locations. So I don't know where they're located. However, they are around here somewhere, and all of these seem to be about 2 stories tall. So you're either on the first floor or the second floor, so you won't be going up too many stairs if you do end up getting a top floor room. We are going to go show you this little island over here that you can actually explore. Now, here's the pool. There's Sebastian's Bistro, and you're gonna take this little walk path bridge over here, and you're gonna walk across and come onto Caribbean Cay. And here you go, Caribbean Cay. This is a nice little getaway island here at the Caribbean Beach Resort. They've got hammocks here. They've got little private seating. And as you can see, look at this right here. It is for your enjoyment from sunrise to sunset. So you can come out here, just enjoy being out on the island, out on the water. Tell me this isn't amazing. You've got all the plants out here. You do have, it looks like some beach over here to the left. Look at this. So you can hang out on the beach on your own. Or, let me show you this. You can play pirates over here. They have some fake cannons, right? Nicole can play. Oh, it moves. Boom. And you're shooting at the Riviera, I guess. But they're here. Maybe your kids would find it entertaining. Over here, there's just some normal grass with some chairs if you just want to relax. Maybe have a picnic out here as you're staring at what I told you is going to be a beautiful sunset in the evening, guys. This is definitely the place to be if you want to see an amazing sunset. You're going to have these Skyliners going overhead. You're going to be able to see the sun just going right behind the hotel right over here. I mean, it's fantastic, the view. I can't reiterate enough how great of a view this definitely can be. There's also a little playground park here for your little ones if anybody wants to come and kind of step away from the crowds. This is also a good little opportunity. Also, this is a great way to get across the entire lake here. So you can see over here, there is a longer bridge. So we had one, it was a little bit shorter, but at the end of the day, you don't have to go driving all the way around. If you just want to walk across, it is an option for you to just walk across the bridge here. So there is the beach that we were looking at earlier along the coast there. And again, we are now walking on this little private island kind of feel. Look at this, a nice seat for two. So maybe Nicole and I will take a minute and just enjoy the, oh my gosh, there's a spider web though. Maybe not. I don't know. Nah, we're still going to. Let's go ahead and pop a squat. Now this is relaxing. You get to just sit here, listen to the sounds. You can hear the boats going. You get the nice breeze here. Wonderful. Now let's say maybe there's more than two of you. You guys can come over to this gazebo and come hang out with a full family here. Lots of seating and bench seating over here. That's obviously an option for you. Also, look at this bird. What is he doing? He's looking at me right now is what he's doing. He just had like a, oh yeah, look at that. Like a walnut or something? I don't know. So, there's birds out here. Now that is going to wrap it up for us here today as the sun is beaming down on me right now. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with us and checking out the Caribbean Beach Resort here. And hopefully this helps you make your decision if you are going to stay on Disney property, if this is something that maybe you'd be interested in. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and check out the Riviera right next door, which is the sister resort here to the Caribbean Beach, because we went ahead and did a nice resort tour on that. But with all that being said, we are getting out of here. We will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Do you remember what today was?
Tuesday, May 2nd.
Uh-huh.
Can you give me a hint?
Boo.
Do they go on sale today?
I already bought them.
You
Opening
did? For what
day.
day?
The opening day. Stay tuned.